To some, he was just another president. To Israel, he was a historic force. When Donald Trump walked into the White House, he didn't just bring policies. He brought promises fulfilled, alliances strengthened, and a friendship that changed. The Middle East forever. Welcome to Timeless America, the place where the stories that shaped this great nation and its role in the world come alive. If you're passionate about history, powerful leadership, and untold truths, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a journey into the heart of American legacy. To many, Donald J. Trump was a controversial figure, polarizing in speech, unapologetic in action. But beyond the headlines, beyond the noise, there lies a chapter of international diplomacy rarely seen in modern times. His deep, unwavering relationship with the State of Israel. It was more than politics. It was personal. It was historic. When Trump entered office in January 2017, America's relationship with Israel had grown cautious, even strained. Years of negotiations, frozen peace processes, and mounting regional tension had left U.S.-Israel ties in a diplomatic limbo. But within months, Trump's administration took bold steps that didn't just rewrite the rulebook, they threw it out entirely. From the very beginning, Trump made it clear: America stands with Israel, not just in words, but in deed. Perhaps his most defining moment, and certainly the one etched into Israeli hearts, was his decision to officially recognize Jerusalem as the eternal capital of Israel. For decades, U.S. presidents had promised to make this move. They spoke of it in campaigns, hinted at it in speeches. But when the time came, they flinched. Donald Trump didn't flinch. On December 6, 2017, he stood before the world and declared what Israel had always known: Jerusalem is its capital. And then, against global opposition, he moved the U.S. Embassy there, a symbolic act that rang through the corridors of Israeli history like a thunderclap. Tears flowed that day, not just from politicians, but from everyday Israelis. Holocaust survivors, soldiers, mothers, young people who had grown up never believing such recognition would come in their lifetime. Trump's words didn't just echo in the Knesset, they echoed in hearts. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called it a historic day and thanked Trump for showing the courage that others lacked. In Israel, streets were named after him. In Jerusalem, a square was renamed Trump Square. And in the hearts of millions, Donald Trump became more than a foreign leader. He became a true friend. But his relationship with Israel didn't stop with symbolism. Behind closed doors, Trump and his team, led by his son-in-law Jared Kushner and key figures like David Friedman, the U.S. ambassador to Israel, worked tirelessly to achieve what many believed was impossible. In 2020, the world witnessed the unveiling of the Abraham Accords, a groundbreaking peace agreement between Israel and several Arab nations, including the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Sudan, and Morocco. It wasn't just a diplomatic win, it was a seismic shift in Middle Eastern geopolitics. The accords didn't just normalize relations, they opened embassies, established flights, built trade, and sparked a hope for peace that had eluded the region for generations. No other American president had dared to approach the issue this way. Trump didn't just talk about peace, he brokered it. And in doing so, he helped lift Israel out of the regional isolation it had known for decades. Trump's approach wasn't conventional, but it was effective. He knew the cost of hesitation. He believed in clarity over confusion, action over appeasement. While others sought to balance both sides and ended up achieving little, Trump made it clear: America would not abandon its ally. This clarity extended to the Iran nuclear deal. While many world leaders sought to preserve the 2015 JCPOA agreement, with Iran, a deal that Israel had vocally opposed, Trump pulled the United States out of it in 2018. He called it a horrible one-sided deal and instead reinstated crippling sanctions on Tehran. In Israel, that decision was met with gratitude. Prime Minister Netanyahu personally thanked Trump for changing the course of history. In that moment, Israel didn't just see Trump as a leader. They saw him as a guardian, someone willing to take the heat, face the backlash, and do what he believed was right. But what made this relationship so emotional, so personal, was the sense of mutual destiny between the two nations, a bond rooted not just in politics but in shared values: democracy, faith, family, freedom. Trump often spoke of Israel not as a distant ally, but as a miracle, a thriving democracy in a region beset by chaos. He saw in Israel the same grit, innovation, and survival instinct that defined America's own rise. His speeches reflected this reverence. His actions proved it. Whether it was withholding aid from UN agencies that he believed unfairly targeted Israel, or cutting funding to the Palestinian Authority over terror-linked payments, Trump consistently made it clear: America would not support any system that rewarded hate or violence. These were not easy decisions. They were not popular in global circles. But they were principled, and Israel knew it. And perhaps nothing was more powerful than seeing American and Israeli flags flying side by side during the opening ceremony of the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem. It wasn't just a building. It was a monument to friendship, a testament to promises kept, a symbol of hope. As the Trump administration drew to a close in 2021, many in Israel mourned the end of an era. They had seen in him not just a partner, but a protector. And long after he left office, the echoes of his presidency remained in Israeli policy, security, and diplomacy. Even now, years later, when you walk the streets of Jerusalem or visit the Golan Heights, another region Trump officially recognized as Israeli territory in 2019, his impact is visible, tangible, lasting. In Israeli hearts, Donald Trump is not remembered as a distant politician. He is remembered as a builder of bridges, a breaker of barriers, and a bearer of peace. And in the story of American-Israeli relations, a story filled with triumphs and trials, fears and faith, his chapter may just be one of the most unforgettable. History is not written only in treaties or official documents. It's written in the emotions of people, in the tears of joy shed at embassies, in the handshakes once thought impossible. Donald Trump's relationship with Israel was more than politics. It was about legacy, about boldness, about standing by a friend when it mattered most. At Timeless America, we don't just tell stories, we honor the moments that define us. So if this story moved you, if it made you reflect on the power of leadership and the strength of alliances, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Because stories like these are timeless.